It's time.
Bring on the hot.
All right, here we go.
The Cocktail Show.
Get ready to have a good time.
Let's have a good time.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Oh, I like that.
Hello, testing.
Welcome aboard the Dreamliner.
It's the only way to fly.
Wow.
I've allotted 1 hour for recreational activity. There's no time for irrelevant conversation. Fun will now commence.
Cocktail Show.
Gary.
Here's a young speaker who is really in demand.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary. But wait, there's more.
That's what I'm talking about.
He is Gary Meier.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the Garry Meier Show, Cocktail Hour Live.
Cocktails. Woo, drinks.
We're streaming live at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central.
On Friday, November 17th, 2023. And it's time once again to remind Gary who's celebrating a birthday today. He always wants to know about the celebs first, and Cleveland.com says today's list includes Martin Scorsese, Danny DeVito, Lorne Michaels, and RuPaul. Closer to home, Facebook says it's GarrForce Wisconsin reporter Ryan's birthday today too. And Cindy, one of the GarrForce regulars out there, said it was her birthday. So to all those celebrating, hit that trip odometer reset and enjoy another lap around the sun. Of course, at this time of year, in northern parts of the country, you may not be able to see it through all the snow. Yes, these images are of actual snow I've seen in the last few weeks up north. Those aren't special effects like our Academy Award-winning guest Dieter Sturm creates, but more about that once Garry gets to the mic and screen.
The best way to watch this show is the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
YouTube. Subscribe to the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
More eyeballs. It's a good thing.
Please like and share the show on all the social media channels.
Comments during the live show, wherever we are streaming, can be seen in our virtual studio.
We may show them on the screen.
And or talk about them. Woo.
Of course, no matter where you are, it's time for a digital mimosa.
And that's it.
Now, fasten your seatbelts. It's time to go wheels up on the GarrForce Live.
Live.
Here we go. Let's have a good time on America's podcast. Boom. Shakalaka.
Live. Hello, welcome everybody to the Cocktail Hour. The agenda here is to go back to a time in this country when by Friday evening, after everybody's slogged through the week, you get home and you roll the bar cart out and you put the hi-fi on and you just get sloshed and everything was good. Gas was 60 cents a gallon, maybe even cheaper. But we're trying to replicate the good times of the USOA. And I have to kick the tires right now and light the fires to get started. There they are. That's all right. They're lit. And then one more sequence has to happen. And that would be Leslie removing that condom on her bottle.
Another New Zealand Oyster Bay. God, I'm so predictable these days.
That doesn't matter.
Wow,
that's got a head on it.
Well, that's the thing. And we had a couple of misfires. So I decided that, you know what, it's time to put a new one on. So like we say, unlike the other condoms, these can be reused, but
that's
please
going to blow.
safe.
That thing's going to, I could look at it.
I know. I'm feeling good about this. So
yeah. Here we go.
Ready?
Here we go. 3, 2. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You could
that
tell,
was good.
Couldn't even see it.
Yeah.
Like a bullet. Okay. Finger guns. Say hello. Finger guns. We love finger guns. And as mentioned at the outset there, my guest will be the guy who gives the best snow jobs, Dieter Sturm. Love this man. He's been on a number of times, and he is the best at what he does, and he's got the Academy Award to show for all of his efforts, and he's right out of Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And also, one of our main players, Ryan. It's his birthday. Ryan, hey, happy birthday, Ryan. Why don't you pop on to let us officially toast your birthday?
Thank you. Maybe I'll get a bowling ball tonight. I got to go home and we're having a little get together. So maybe I'll get a bowling ball and some bowling shoes.
Maybe because your wife and son love to bowl and you share your birthday with Martin Scorsese.
I saw that. I know you have a special pronunciation. So I
do. I love that. That's okay. Again, if you didn't hear my explanation on that, the movie Birdman with Michael Keaton. If you haven't seen that movie, great movie. Wasn't that an Academy Award winner? I believe it was.
I believe it was.
Zach Galifianakis, he is Michael Keaton's manager in the movie, and Michael Keaton's doing a play. And there's a great scene where Michael Keaton goes apeshit in his dressing room and is destroying everything. And Zach Galifianakis comes in, hey, what's going on? And Michael Keaton looks at him, yeah, everything's fine. Hey, what's going on? Great. Like nothing happened. And then Michael Keaton says, I want to cancel the previews. I can't do it. And Zach goes, no. We have a 3-block line of people waiting to come in to see the play. And Martin Scorsese is going to be here. Zach is so good in this movie too. It's such a great movie. Anywho, that's where that came from. Now, we're going to have Ryan on later, and you've got a bunch of pictures we're going to show.
I do.
And
some of them you talked about this week, so they're pretty exciting pictures.
Right. We set it up during the show this week, but these are the visual aids to show you what we were talking about. Some of these have charts and demonstrations.
Just
oh boy.
Aids.
Yeah. What's that?
Just like in health class, the visual aids.
Yes.
And forewarning, there may be some adult content today.
Yes.
But then again, wait. There can be adult content any Friday. So
well, that's
you
pretty
should
much
know by now.
We are juvenile. We are juveniles with adult content. That's how we're built.
Correct.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. We have to go to the comment section, and the first one up every week, of course, is Keely Ann, and she is referencing a previous show in her comment. Here it is. GarrForce saved me and my schnauzer. I just turned down a trip to Paris. A couple of guys offered to take me to the Eiffel Tower. I told them to go high five themselves. Now, you'll have to it's like a Columbo episode here, Leslie. If you miss one thing, you don't understand any of it. And that was referenced in a previous show about different
sexual positions.
Yes. The Eiffel Tower, that's a throuple.
And I was thinking, how could you possibly be finding these? And yet every single one you mentioned, you type it into Google and there it is. Yep. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're not pulling stuff out of our keister.
Although that's one of them.
That's right.
That's the magician.
Right. Right. The bait and switch, the misdirect, if you will.
The misdirect.
Okay. Go into the screen door. And is that right? All right.
Well done.
It's going to be a good show. Got a good one for you tonight. And let's take it from the top, Alan. And Mark, in from British Columbia. Every week, Martin is here representing the Great Northwest, and we always like seeing him here.
Or as Michael referred to him, maybe he is a member of the Over by GarrForce. I like that. Is that good? That's good.
Yeah. Lloydster, always here. I'm glad you liked the Kmart picture I sent you, and we're going to show that. We talked about this ham that we couldn't believe there was a Kmart still open, and then they put out a ham and got shot down right away. Samantha, checking in from Mundelein, Illinois, a regular viewer. Greg from Decula, Georgia, checking in on his 63rd birthday. Happy birthday.
Eve. So tomorrow.
Eve. Oh, yeah. Okay. Tomorrow. The 18th. Happy 18th. And who else is up here? This is Mike, Pat and Mike from Lake Barrington, Illinois. Want to know how to say schnauzer in French.
Schnauzer.
Schnauzer. Yeah, les
schnauzer.
Les schnauzer. Sandy. Hi, everybody. Nothing could be neater than a snow job from Dieter. Love it.
Nothing could be neater than a snow job
from Dieter in the morning.
Yeah.
Brian from the house band. Oh, yes. Let it snow. Dieter style. You will be giving away some Oh Yes paraphernalia, I believe. Leslie, right?
I will be including that. Now, we had quite the giveaway last week. I mean,
it was
how many podcasts give away a coat?
No,
we gave away a coat.
No.
And I think this week we're going to be almost, if not as exciting as last week.
Wow.
I'm feeling really good about this.
Nice. Okay, one more under the screen door, and then we'll go to just regular viewing. This is Kevin from Northwest Indiana, the Wander State.
Hey, Kevin.
All right. And you have arrived at the home of the Kissing Schnauzers. All right. Love our schnauz. Can you hear Flynn? I think
Oh,
he
yeah,
approved.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, when he sees Kissing Schnauzers,
He's like,
goes
let
nuts.
me in on it.
Go
Hello.
nuts. Hello. I'm having,
Teeny's
here's what
here,
I'm
too.
having. A
Tula's
bullet.
here. Say hi.
Bullet man.
Hi.
Who's that?
That's Tula. Hi, baby.
That's Tula. Okay. That's this is my Bullet Manhattan pre-mixed. That was sent to me by my friend Jim Foster. Sent me a bottle. And a Luxardo on the bottom. Yeah,
nice.
Wow, they're strong. Yes. And I don't have to do any mixing. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's already mixed. Love that. Okay, previewing next week, jam-packed. On Black Friday, we work the days that most broadcasters don't. That would be Black Friday. And it's going to be pretty black in that Greg Potter, who heads up the Buddy Rich Band, will be our guest with his wife, Kathy Rich, the daughter of Buddy Rich. And I say that because Greg has a big Creature from the Black Lagoon collection, including the full bodysuit. And he collects all kinds of stuff, but that's his main thing. He loves that genre. And he's going to talk about a Christmas show he's doing and giving away tickets to that too in the Chicago area.
Cool.
And if that isn't enough, and I guess it isn't because I booked somebody else, there will be an author on. And we worked with this man, and he's going to be sitting actually right next to you in your nook because he is going to be at a book signing near your home. And he wrote this book. It's about this radio station that we both worked at. And he is doing a book signing and couldn't have been on the program at the appropriate time to get home and hook up. And then I realized, wait a minute, I think you're going to be close to Leslie. Why don't, if she will allow, why don't you go to her house and sit with her? And he's going to do that. She will be sitting next to the author, Rick, to talk about.
We've shared studios in the past.
Yeah.
But
yeah. He was your producer too, right? Along the way for a show you were on?
For a while, we were working at the Loop at the same time. And then when I was co-hosting a morning show, he was our producer there too. So yeah, we go way back.
So he has compiled many voices that worked at that radio station to put together some kind of perspective of what it was. I don't know if
including your own and some classic photos of you too, from what I can tell.
Yeah, it's quite comprehensive, but I don't know if you can really get the essence of what it really was unless you were listening there or some other way connected, because it was so, some people will not believe it. They'll think, oh, that's all bullshit. You made that up. Trust me, none of it was made up. As extreme as it might seem to you, it was true. It all happened on whatever level. Okay. Are we ready for the snowman? The man of snow.
I don't see any reason not to be.
I think we should bring him on with snow. There we go.
Snowblade.
Oh, very nice.
Dieter Sturm. Hey, Dieter.
Hey.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Hi, Gary. Hi, Leslie. How you doing?
Good. And you have either been real busy or not at all because of the strike, the actors' strike. How did that hurt you or not?
Yeah, it was kind of a mixed bag across the board for our company because the strike really affected quite a bit of people in just the motion picture and the television industry. And then we, of course, work very heavily in those industries, but also we're diversified across the board too. So we do a lot of photo shoots. We do some special events. We do some corporate projects. So we actually found some ways and means to keep, extremely busy actually during the strike, but it dragged out for too long, quite honestly.
Something I mentioned on the show this week, Dieter, and this is how we met, where you came to a house, someone's house, and sprayed snow right before Christmas. And I said, well, if a Christmas is approaching and there's no snow, would that be a business model? But I don't believe you do that. Or would you for an individual home?
Well, it's kind of interesting. I mean, not really. generally we do, commercial type of projects. We just recently, like in spring, we did a event with Sean White for Walmart, and we actually went down to Bentonville, Arkansas, and made snow down there for those guys for a little rail jam event, which was kind of fun. And but Christmas time, we usually don't work, but it's been on occasion where a small group of us have actually gone out on Christmas Eve in the southeastern Wisconsin area. And when there's no snow for Christmas, and we've actually made snow for some terminal kids. This is kind of like their last Christmas. And, we call it rock star Christmas because we come to their house, we put snow in their front yard, and they become the rock stars of the neighborhood. And all the neighbors come over. It becomes a big party. And we've done upwards of maybe 4 or 5 houses just in one day. And we've done that maybe, 4 or 5 times through the last maybe 10 years, 12 years. It just depends if there's any snow around for Christmas or not.
Yeah, and that is such a touching story. And I would imagine you donate that. It's almost like a make-a-wish situation. But to do it for an individual home would be too costly. You'd have to charge something that would be probably prohibitive, right?
It's pretty expensive to actually make, real snow. There's, the equipment, we've got crew, we use ice, as our source material. So we're actually chipping and shaving ice, into the consistency of snow. So that could actually work real well for your cocktail hour doing like margarita day, right?
Yes.
We can make just like tonnage of margaritas for your show.
I'd like that. And that someday we're going to put all this together, and I'm due for a remote with this broadcast, and it would happen hopefully at the barn, Matt's barn, Matt from the house band Oh Yes, and then you could come down and blow the snow into our drinks.
Perfect.
That's what she
that
said.
would work. We could do that.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay. So you have done a number of commercials, and you were telling us before we went live that you were doing snow blowing in areas that you would think they're up in the mountains that they would have snow. Telluride, you were doing something there, you said.
Yeah, just the last few months we were up in Telluride, Colorado working. We were actually out west, up on the top of Mount Hood. There was actually some snow up there actually still in August, but we had to augment and create some snow scenes up there. So we never know what we're going to walk into, what the weather conditions are, where we're going to actually end up, physically being. My wife, Yvonne, she's like, she's the master of the snow foam hose and, keeping the crew together and everything. So between her and I, we put together some pretty cool crews to do these types of jobs. And, we call them adventures, actually. They're not, more than just jobs. And the snow is, our niche. That's what we've been doing for 38 years. But the special effects also, is still alive and well too. We're doing explosions, we're doing bullet hits, we're building mechanicals, we're doing fog, rain, wind, fog, a little bit of everything that's live in front of the cameras. And of course too, now, everybody's talking about AI coming into the scenes and stuff. So we're doing some dabbling in that too. We kind of put together a division off of Sturm Special Effects. We call it Teleport Virtual Studio. And we're experimenting with different types of live action transformation of humans into 3D models.
Okay. And let's get to the AI thing of, can you be replaced by AI? Can they just lay over a snow scene using a computer?
Yeah, there's limitations to some of it. Every year it's getting better and better. I think that, there's a good relationship now kind of between the live action people and, the AI and CGI people. When they start first dabbling in it, it's like, oh, you're going to be losing your job and you're going to be, the new fax machine salesman, the future. And but what we found out is, these guys and gals, they still need source materials to work from to create some of the CGI effects that we see in motion pictures and TV commercials. And so a lot of times we work together now, and it's been working well. I think the technology every month, every year is getting better and better. So we may be doing still falling snow, but instead of large areas, we're doing just falling snow close around the actors to give it that real 3D, real natural look where it's, falling on them and stuff. But then around the background, they're actually CGIing in the rest of the, falling snows. And it's getting better and better. So it's technology evolving.
Let's talk about the evolution of snowmaking for movies and television. And I'll go to It's a Wonderful Life, because I read where they used soap. That's right. They used soap, they said, in a lot of that.
Yeah, they've in the early days, they used soap. They used borax. There was even some stories about using, insulation that was kind of not stuff you want to be playing around in, or working around with. Right now, these days, everything is so environmental, and that we actually were the first ones to create the first biodegradable snows for the motion picture industry. And so it's come a long ways. Again, too, it's continually evolving. It's always getting, better and better as time goes on. And but yeah, it was pretty crude. I remember even before we invented the first biodegradable snows, we had styrofoam, we had plastic flakes, and the only really biodegradable snow besides what you were talking about was we were using potato flakes, and we were tossing those off of condor cranes up in the sky and be coming down like snow. And I remember one time we were doing a big snow scene, with potato flakes, and then it started raining, and that everything just got all mushed up and everything. And I remember going back to the hotel, and I had this raincoat jacket on, and I reached down in my pockets and I pulled up 2 big handfuls of mashed potatoes.
Oh my God. We were talking right before we went on. When you were on Letterman, you did Letterman 4 times, and the bit is you blew up Thanksgiving leftovers, and we wanted to play one of them, but we can't because it's all copyrighted, and here's the still from it at least. And how did that come about? You were saying that when Letterman did a show in Chicago, you wanted to get on that way, and you pitched a few ideas, but the ideas were union blocked because they were more skits than ideas of just you doing this. And they said, we can't do that because of union regulations, but they said, we'll fly you to New York and we can do something there. And you said, yeah, right. Like they were brushing you off, but you actually, there you are as a youngster, you blew up mashed potato and gravy, speaking of potatoes, and pumpkin pies and stuff. And if people want to see those bits, they're really funny. You can see them on YouTube, right?
That's right. And we wanted to bring something in for your pre-Thanksgiving fun show today in Cocktail Hour. And so I thought it would be fun to bring back, kind of a blast from the past of, exploding Thanksgiving leftovers. Yeah.
Now, one thing we can show, and we're going to right here, you did something with Singing in the Rain, the movie, that is public domain. And tell us what you did here.
So now we're working with our teleport virtual studio that we're assembling and working on. And we're actually taking characters, either, people like myself, or actually you could see some footage here, from Dancing in the Rain, where we're tracking the human body from the head down to the toes, and every single motion is actually then being transformed from that live human being into a 3D model. And this is being done without any green suits, without any, motion tracking equipment and sensors. Sometimes you used to see these guys all dressed up with cameras and dots on them and green and everything like that. Don't even have to do that anymore. It's all done in AI and tracking. So those are things that we're also working on too.
And people can see more of that on your Facebook page, right?
Yep, we have a number of those examples up on there.
And I always What's that?
I have no idea.
I don't. Okay, we're haunted. I always like telling the story. You made the snow in the movie Fargo, and most prominently, it would be on the top of that parking lot where there's a shootout with Buscemi and this other guy. That's your snow, right?
Oh, I'd say half that movie from the original Fargo movie was man-made. Yeah, we covered 5 acres of that whole entire top parking lot at the airport that was at the Minneapolis airport. A lot of snow also up and down the streets, even around the wood chipper area. The wood chipper was kind of interesting too. There was actually no engine in this.
Right.
Wood chipper.
This is the story that I was leading to. Tell the story.
Yeah, and so when you see the leg, actually, Peter Stormare is actually dropping the leg into the wood chipper, and it's shaking away and grinding away. I'm actually right below the camera, sitting in the snow with my arms wrapped around the machine, just kind of shaking the machine like this for the camera, like the engine's running, because they put sound effects in. And then my wife Yvonne, she's famous for creating the guts that came out of the wood chipper. She mixed up like 2 55-gallon drums of, I can't even tell you, it's like top secret what she came up with to create all the blood and guts and everything. And then that was pumped through some big pumps that would splash out the stuff.
Oh, you never told that story before. Your wife did the guts. I love that.
Yeah, she's famous for that.
She's got a lot of guts.
Dieter Sturm, famous.
Nice. And Steve Buscemi, nice guy?
Oh, he was a great guy. He was a lot of fun. Him and Peter used to come over to our special effects trailer and sing karaoke at lunch. So, and they'd be standing on top of the foam buckets and singing some Beatles songs. And yeah, it was a good time. Bill Macy, he was so much fun too. Everybody was always playing Trivial Pursuit with him, and you just never, it was a good group of people.
All right. And how do you schlep your equipment up to Mount Hood?
Well, a lot of it is, actually some of the things we have to take up there by snowcat. So we actually have to, pack all this gear and equipment, everything on some big sleds or on top, of these snowcats. And sometimes it takes us like maybe, 40 minutes to get up to the location, just going up through this, dirt of the snow up to the top of the mountains. We're working at maybe about 10,000 feet up there. So the air is a little thin up there too. It takes a little longer to get things done because you do run out of breath.
And the chances are, if you see a lottery commercial in your state that has snow, Dieter made the snow for that commercial, right?
Yeah, right now we've got a really good one running in Wisconsin. We worked with the Illinois down in Chicago, the Illinois lotteries and stuff. So yeah, it's just the season.
Last year around this time, you had a Christmas song or something that we played, right?
We had Christmas songs. We've got, me and another guy named Joey Kellenhofer. We like to come up with crazy songs. So we've got Fish Fry Friday. We've got Bacon. We came up with, reggae polka, We Be German. So you never know what kind of things are going to be coming. We're working on Taco Tuesday right now.
Hey, send that to me, will you? I'll play it, and it will be around the holiday, or we're at the holiday, around Christmas. What are you looking at here?
I think first of the year. Just after we're rebuilding some studios right now and everything. So, and Alan, he was asking about where's the green screen stuff and everything, and we're still in transition. We're in the middle of finalizing building a new space right now. So it's coming along real quick.
All right, Dieter, always a pleasure. Have a nice holiday.
Gary, Leslie, everybody, thanks. Have a happy Thanksgiving to y'all.
Yes, Dieter
Likewise.
Sturm. God, I love. Now we have the guts to talk about with Fargo. I didn't know that
Imagine
part.
putting that on your resume.
Yeah,
I was
I
the
made the
gut
guts for
maker
Fargo
for
and the
Fargo.
wood chipper scene. Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
That's my stuff.
I can make
Shit.
gallons of it. It's great for parties.
We did the dead fish on the screen there. Okay. What a great guy.
Good to hear that Buscemi. Well, but I've heard that about Steve Buscemi in the past. Like after 9/11, he was originally trained as a New York firefighter. And when things went south, he put the uniform back on and went to a firehouse and said, "Put me to work." And
Yeah, he looks like
God,
he'd
you
be
love
a
hearing
nice
about
guy.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. He looks like some people you just look at, you don't have any contact with them, but seeing them on the screen, they give off a vibe
Yep.
where it's like he'd be a nice guy. And then the other ones out there, you think, oh my God, I feel like they're an ass and they're nowhere near me.
Yeah, can smell it on him.
Yeah.
But he
Who
talks
needs
about
that?
Snowcat, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh God, don't go doing a Jeremy Renner. Whatever you do,
Yeah.
stay in the cab.
Right. Be a
It's-
professional with those things.
There
He's
you go.
still mangled from that. This is a year later and he's still recovering.
I saw just a very short clip of him trying to do some running. The fact the guy got out of bed after all that is pretty amazing. So
Yeah.
he's back on my list, by the way.
Oh, good. On your
Yes.
boyfriend list.
Yes.
You'll have to update us on that because that shifts.
I'll be a Jer.
I'll take care of you. Yes.
Uh-huh.
For sure. Well, let's get the birthday boy on because it's his birthday and
Hey
I'd
there.
like to spend time with this man. Although I just get a vibe. I'm feeling a vibe, Ryan, that you didn't have a good day and I feel bad.
No,
'cause
I did. It was just kind of a busy day. So it was, you
Okay.
know, how quick the days go by. And I had a school event with Henry and then a few other things, a lunch with a friend. So it was just kind of
Yeah,
a
you've been on the
busy day.
run. You do these days of pharmacy to pharmacy and working on some equipment at these pharmacies. And you said the other day, I've only got 83 to do between now and the end of the year. And I'm like, okay, how many do you do in a day, a week, whatever? And it's many miles from home too.
Yeah, it's the suburbs. I work for a company on the side doing some reverse osmosis in commercial pharmacies, and I'm helping out in the area down by Leslie. So it's all the suburbs. So it's a little haul.
Suburbs of Chicago, not Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the thing.
like Glen Ellen, that's where I was last night. So yeah, it keeps me too busy.
Yeah. Yeah. You're up in the middle part there and you're down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
Free
a good day. It was
samples?
just a
Did
lot of
they
running around.
hand out any?
No,
Hey,
I saw.
you got some
I mean-
Jardians you're not using today?
Yeah. Some
I'll do the
Ozempic.
dance.
Someone they cleaning up a large bottle of Jim Beam that was dumped on the floor at Jules. They said the lady tried to put it in her bra to carry it to the checkout because her hands were full and it
Yeah.
slipped.
Right. I believe that
Right.
story.
Uh-huh.
And it was a mess. I mean, it was a mess. It was all over. It was probably a 6-foot radius all over the floor. And it's like, wow, okay.
And you don't know if they hit her to pay for it or hit her for trying to shop.
I
Well, you
didn't.
can't
I
accuse
kind
her
of-
of shoplifting because she was still in the store.
Right. You just said it just slipped through her bra. But the lady that was
Sure,
cleaning
it
up, said it was a big
happens.
jar. It was a big bottle of Jim Beam. And I thought, oh, okay. So
Yeah.
the crazy follows me to Illinois. So it's just not an Wisconsin
yeah,
thing. I get
You are
I get
a crazy
crazy all
magnet.
You have a multi-state target on you.
over. I do. I always send Garry and Leslie, hey, guess what I heard? Or hey, guess what I saw?
Well, it was last week. He inadvertently was standing next to a man who decided to throw a bottle of seasoning at you, was it not?
Yeah, pork rub. Charles, what was it? Charles de Gaulle.
You smell like Charles de Gaulle. Okay.
Good reference. Okay. What did he smell like? Nobody knows.
French fries, as Leslie texted back,
There
which
you
I
go.
thought was a good.
French dressing.
Hey, I talked about this restaurant on the show this week in New York, and I'm in New York. I'm going there, and this is a brilliant concept. All they sell is an 8-ounce. Is it sirloin? Is
A
that
sirloin. Yeah.
Boneless sirloin.
And
He's
fries.
not
and
even drinking.
he should be. and fries and a salad, and that's all they serve.
That's it.
And they had to shut down during the pandemic. They had opened in 2009. The pandemic knocked them out, and they just reopened. And I got to go because that sounds, and I guess people that I've talked to that are in New York said it's really good.
Well, it's almost like the food truck approach. It's
$34.95.
34, yeah. So it's kind of that food truck approach. We're not going to do anything but what we do perfectly, and that way we don't have any waste. We're going to, minimize any of the other problems that can happen in serving a big menu. So you got to love these people.
And $35 for a steak and the fixins
in New York.
That sounds pretty reasonable considering you can go to a regular restaurant anywhere and get hit for $30 for something that isn't that good.
I could spend $18 at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
As I said, I sent you both saying, really? $18 for a burger, fries, and a shake? Really? So 34 is reasonable.
Now, Leslie did something that is traditional to a lot of Chicagoans and enjoyed it. She went to this place called the Walnut Room, formerly in the Marshall Field store in Chicago, now Macy's. But the Walnut Room has been around for many decades, and it's a thing for a lot of people to go. They got a Christmas tree in the middle of the room, and you said that was pretty reasonable.
It's decorated differently, and this year it's very candy and pastel-y, and there are girls who walk around. Oh, I'm sorry, they're not girls who walk around. There are fairies who will go table to table and help grant your wishes.
That is offensive.
No, they they identify as fairies, and so we go along with that. But yeah, it's still got that same kind of classic mashed potato and protein kind of meal. And my friend had turkey, I had chicken, and my entree was like $19, which once again, downtown prices, not terrible. And then it's just that whole generational vibe. You can see the grandparents there with their kids and their kids' kids, and it's like, oh, it's still kind of sweet.
And you did this as a kid? Was it a tradition you did with your family that goes back a long ways, or not really?
I've been there in the past, but when we would go there as kids, it was mostly just to look down over the tree. You can go kind to a mezzanine level above and see the tree from that point. But we couldn't afford to go out to Marshall Fields. No, I remember standing on State Street, freezing my keister off, looking at the magnificent windows. Gotta say, the windows aren't quite as magnificent as they used to be. Plus, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll notice that in the one, it was a family of homeless people or needy, a mom and some kids huddled in the corner. And are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Not quite the vibe you want.
Yeah, I know. And I know what you're saying, because I know I have the appearance to some people that I have a hardened shell. What is that saying there?
I need more light in there. I'll grab you know what? I will. I will lighten things up
here. Because Angry Mama is in the witness protection program. That's what they're saying. Uh-oh. Now you've done it.
I'm where I want to be, asshole. Leave me alone. Ooh.
And I like to get a Christmas warm fuzzy somehow. And I look for things that trigger that. And one of them was the Ralph Lauren store in Chicago. In their home furnishing section every year, they would put up this scene. They had a fireplace and they put up a Christmas tree. It looked like, this is the way I want my living room to look. So every year I'd make a special trip and go up there and just, And then one year I go.
Would you linger on the couch for a while until
I would linger and pretend it was my living room on Christmas Eve. One year I go up around Christmas, no Christmas tree. And I said to the people at work, where's the Christmas tree? Well, we're not putting it up this year. And I'm thinking, okay, I know Ralph is Jewish, but he's in retail. Who cares?
Call it a holiday tree, and we can all get
along. There you go. And I thought, you're missing, this is a thing that I look forward to, and I'm sure other people did. How do you not put up a Christmas tree in your store if you're in retail?
I gotta say, it kind of felt like a Potemkin village. There was something weird about the vibe on the Mag Mile there were people inside stores, like there 2 girls in the Ulta store, no customers. Some guys in, and every place had the appearance of a holiday retail
holiday.
experience, but there was like nothing going on inside. It was kind of weird. And I know it's early in the season, so maybe
Well, there was Alan's experience a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was Halloween. That was
yeah.
that was in the 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Halloween, looking down on Michigan Avenue at the Starbucks.
So Garry and I worked in Trib Tower, and there was a little entryway to the north of where we would go into the building. And it was, didn't they refer to it as like the Nathan Hale Nook or something like that? And
Nathan Hale Nook, yes.
I believe
his statue stands in front of it.
But they kind of pushed him out toward the street.
To the curb.
And
Yes.
They brought in a trailer and parked it in, and it's a sunglass seller.
Yeah, when I walked Michigan Avenue, it looked horrible. I thought it.
And it's on wheels, and it is so low speed. And I mean, for frack's sake, it could be selling cotton candy. It had that carnival vibe going.
You're right. It sounds very Dickensian.
It's it's like it wanted to be cool, but it's
no, that's too bad, because the studio that we worked in was right there on the base of that building. It was the best studio I ever worked in. And when I went by there's a door that they put in where the studio used to be, and it doesn't do anything.
I got a picture of that. I can grab that.
That's right. You sent me the picture.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's where I sat. Now there's a door, and there's no fizz.
And I'm sending Ellen a picture of that trailer.
It's all condo.
Yeah.
But you got to go in the lobby, Leslie? You said you got to go in the lobby?
Yeah, the doorman let us go in there because my friend and I both... What?
The doorman. I just saw that Seinfeld episode about the doorman. Last week. What does the doorman say about all this?
So he let us look around for old time's sake, and then he said, I'm sorry, but this is a private residence. You can't stay much longer. Yeah. So we're like, okay, chill. Yeah. Thank you for letting us do this much.
Yes, but please enjoy our sunglass kiosk on the side of the building.
I'm sorry, Crew Eyewear, KREWE, Crew Eyewear. Parked, and it's got, it's like they didn't even put a skirt on it to cover the wheels. I sent it to Ellen, so we'll see if we can't pull it up here in a minute. But
hang on, the format you sent it in, I can't load in StreamYard, but I can show it in another window in a moment.
Okay.
I know everybody dreams of a white Halloween that Alan experienced.
We experienced the Halloween, that same up here and up with trick-or-treating. It was...
Yeah, I love to see an 18-foot skeleton with snow on it. It's really nice.
There it is.
Oh my God!
Isn't that?
Really?
Is it just me, or is that?
No, that looks
that's
like
not Mag-Milish.
Okay,
they got planters around the wheels, though.
That obscures every. Why didn't they put them in front of the frickin' wheels then, at least?
Oh my God, you know what that looks like to me in those old-timey movies where they had a snake oil salesman come into town and he had a trailer? That's what it looks like.
Atlee Hackham just showed up to sell you something. In Oklahoma.
Oh my God. The planters, that's precious.
Have you ever
They're smaller
been to
than the
one
tires.
Of those... What?
The planters are smaller than the tires.
Well, and have you ever been to an outdoor event where they now have these luxury toilets that they bring in on wheels?
They look just like that.
Exactly like that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So there's your Mag Mile.
No, that's wrong. That doesn't work.
So wrong.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Wow.
But I didn't get mugged. Nobody, swung a log upside my head and put me in a coma. So at least I had that going for me.
Is that a reference to something?
Yeah, some guy, 2 people in 1 week get beaten right there, like in the middle of what you want tourists to enjoy.
With a log?
I think it was outside the Burberry stores. The guy got hit in the head with the log. He's in a coma, and then it was a young woman, or vice versa, and then one of them got killed. The other one is so.
Okay. I
It
hope
makes
it
me
was a Yule log.
makes me feel real good about my hotel selection because I stayed right next to the birthday store.
Hey, you want a Yule log? I got a Yule log for you.
Chicago is hey.
Jeez.
So.
And all I wanted to do was go to the crew portable
I
toilet
wear
and buy
trailer.
some sunglasses. What's happening to that little city?
I don't know, but they're not making good choices, I don't think.
I didn't grab the image, but there was a picture of Santa Claus putting on a bulletproof vest and his shirt and
Nice.
saying, "Hey, I'm headed to Chicago for Christmas."
Oh, that's great. That'll help the PR. Hey, speaking of Santa Claus.
So it was the woman who was hit with seriously, it's just they're one after another. And to be honest, I can't absorb all those stories because they make my head hurt. And I didn't get hit with a log.
Okay,
so there's the showcase studio.
That's formerly the studio right there where you see that they put a door in there. I don't know what that goes into.
Right now, a construction space. There is nothing in there except concrete and plumbing and wiring.
Okay. That doesn't look exciting.
Not like a Garry who would have play-by-play of guys playing hacky sack out there, and there's no Marilyn Monroe statue to look at her
I did a drive-up
under.
window there. I had a whole thing where I got sponsors to give away stuff, and you pull up, and I'd have somebody go out and give you something as you drove up. And then the city said to stop it because the traffic was backed up too much. Okay.
Oh well.
Well, that's not good. That's a water cannon, better be on order kind of situation here.
And once again, multi-use when not getting crowds under control. Of course, you said street cleaning. They could water the flowers in the center planter boxes.
Right, and
or by the crew or the crew place. They could water the flowers there.
Those little planters. In the summer, they can go to neighborhoods and spray kids. They have a setting that's for kids. And then maybe Dieter could trick it up and make it blow snow if they wanted to do that.
Okay.
And of course, that pink place at the end was the ice cream museum, so it could also help with the freezing of the ice in the winter for the ice cream place.
There you go. We'll fix that.
And as usual, Garry gives away these ideas. People poo-poo them, and then 6 months later, they go, "Damn, we should have gone with that Meier idea," and then they don't, and it's too late.
My God, hit with a log. What the hell is that? Okay, before we get into the pictures, let's take care of the fine sponsors of the GarrForce. That would be Bettenhausen Automotive first.
Right now, during the Black Friday sales event, 5 and drive at Bettenhausen Fiat in Orland Park. It's as simple as 1, 1.9% for 36 months, 2, 2.9% for 48 months, 3, 4.9% for 60 months, 4, 5.9% for 72 months, and 5, drive your new Fiat 500X Pop or Sport of your choice. Long live the good life in your new Bettenhausen Fiat. Your best Fiat buying experience starts now. Showroom never closes at BettenhausenAuto.com.
I have a 500X, or it used to be called 500 Twitter, but I love that car, and it is stingy on gas, which is what you want. A lot of room in there. It doesn't look like it would have room, but you put the back seats down, boom, you're hauling good amount of stuff. Okay, and here is Mr. Hochberg. The lending rate has gone down, and they acted like it was winning the lottery. It's at 7.5%, I guess.
Yeah.
But hey, he told you when he was on a year and a half ago, 3%, 3. That was what my parents had in the early 60s, and it's not going to stay, and it didn't. So listen to this man. He has a free consultation. Those are the numbers, and he'll set you right and save you money. What more could you ask for? I don't think much more.
He's such a helpful man. Hey, before we show the pictures, should we set up the giveaway?
Yes, we should.
And in honor of our guest, Dieter Sturm, we're going with #snowjob. And as usual, I mean, we've got some of the, the things that you've come to expect
Standard
here.
Stuff.
Ball liquor, some bendables. Thank you, Tracy. We've got the thing that started it all, your own wine condom. Alan had these specialty magnets made for your refrigerator. You're going to get one of those. Our friends from Oh Yes have provided us with koozies and bracelets. I even have a doggy bag from our friend Scott at Scott's Vintage Antiques and Actually, that's not a doggy bag. That's a airline puke bag.
Okay, you always need that.
From that, but our friends from Buddy Bear Car Wash, who provided the coat that we gave away last week, also this week.
What do you got?
Heavy duty fleece.
Oh, that's nice. Pullover.
Yeah,
not a pullover.
Oh no, it's a zip. It's a zip up.
It's a zip up. I have one.
And
it's a
oh
hoodie.
my gosh, yes.
Yeah, it's toasty. It's really comfortable. And George Bliss is the PR manager at Buddy Bear, and he provided that stuff. And Buddy Bear Car Washes of Chicago sponsor all the music heard on the GarrForce.
Size large. If you live in the Chicago area, I will also include a Buddy Bear Car Wash, complimentary Buddy Bear Car Wash. Make that snow job, no space. It doesn't matter if it's capital or lowercase, but snow job.
All right, that's the phrase that pays. Computer will pick in just a few minutes.
The,
All right,
the hashtag is important too.
Yes.
Yeah, hashtag snow job. Yes. Ryan, okay, we have a number of photos that we want to go through here, and let's start with. Okay.
There you go.
This is that scale I was talking about, and this is the visual aid to make sure you're healthy in that department. And you see what they did there? You want to be a 4 if possible.
You want to be a cucumber.
Yes.
Not a ripe banana.
No. You see.
See, the bananas are throwing me off.
Well, they're not. They're getting there, but they don't do the job. That's the problem.
Okay.
One is you got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a marshmallow.
Yeah, you're Lake Placid. That's where you're at there. And then
is
2.
That how it got its name?
What does it say? I can't see that without my glasses.
Penis is hard, but not hard enough for penetration. Moderate erectile dysfunction. But seems like it should be an overripe banana, and then the next one should be a perfectly ripe banana, and then
what's the third caption?
Third caption is penis is hard enough for penetration, but not completely hard.
Yeah, and then 4 is your money shot.
Woohoo! I think that's what it says right there. Penis says woo!
Woo! Penis actually has googly eyes there.
That's a happy cucumber.
There it is. All right. And what else do we have, Ryan? Okay. I did an opening for one of the premium shows.
Can't believe we have this photo.
No, this is legit. And because, I mean, we're not trying to just talk dirty here or be goofy little kids. This really, we can't talk about it. Why? I don't know why, but it's a health thing if you don't do it right. And this is what they're suggesting here. And I've been experimenting with this, and I got to tell you, early results are not bad.
And on top of that, you're getting some yoga in the process.
Yes.
So
yes,
it's actually kind of a half lotus you got going on there. And...
Yeah. So it's working on several levels. It's good. Let's be honest. We all want that to be as easy as possible.
I like what Greg says. Yes, Greg, I think it would be smart to take off your pants first.
Yeah. Oh, that illustration there, that's just for illustration purposes.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg, that's just because we can't show the hoo-ha. And that's why that's with pants on. But
I think this was on TikTok, right? It was on TikTok. I think this came off TikTok, so you maybe
sent it to me.
So,
yeah.
Wait a minute. So are we to believe? But you say it did seem like it was.
I'm thinking, what do I got to lose? I mean, maybe something that I should be losing. And I got to say, I've only tried it a few times, and it kind of works so far. Results are early, but everybody else, if they want to try it, let me know. Now that squatty
generally
potty,
speaking, we do not use TikTok as our reliable
stepping off point
please.
for right. That squatty potty has sold millions and millions of dollars of product here, and it's a little platform. And there's something about the angle that you need to do because health problems could erupt.
Our great ancestors would just squat in a field, and that is probably the most natural way for your colon to be lined up. So okay.
Do I agree that it's a disgusting function, and the source, the creator, the supreme being is making us do it? Yes.
Just laugh.
But here it is. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
Let's just try to get through it.
I like the fact that there is a head turn involved there too.
Yes.
So you get a nice stretch.
I do, and I get in that position. I go, who's there? Who's there? That's actually, we should call that the David Muir. That's the exact position. That's pooping David... when he's doing the news.
Oh my gosh.
God, it's the Muir.
So does your dog ever join you in the restroom?
No.
Okay. Because I could just see Flynn doing that.
No.
Okay.
No, you know me. I have the story in my canon years ago. I was staying with my aunt in New York, and as New York standards go, she had a small apartment, and everything was very close, including the living room next to the bathroom. And she's with her boyfriend, and now I've got to make hard lemonade. And I'm thinking, oh, geez, this is. So I said, hey, I'm going to go sightseeing. This was, I think, one of my first trips to New York, and I thought, where can I go to use a toilet? I had Statue of Liberty. Here. This is your classic. Where am I? Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, and Penn Station. Those are the three touchstones that I knew. I thought, well, there's no way I could take a ferry and make it to the Statue of Liberty. I don't even know if they have toilets there. I ended up at Penn Station, and that's when you had to pay to use the stalls. So now I'm trying to put it was a nightmare. I had to take a cab. I mean, oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
These days, people would have just gone in the cab.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, in New York, now you just go on the street.
Exactly.
Okay. What else we got, Ryan?
Yeah, I'll stick it. There we go. So you can get this on DoorDash now. Movie popcorn.
Yeah, movie popcorn, and they got a lid on it. So if you want to order it through DoorDash, they'll deliver it. It's got a lid, so you don't lose any.
Oh, well, that's actually very convenient.
How about it?
Once again, can't you do this at home? But sometimes you're just not in a position,
Isn't it like movie popcorn is the best popcorn? Like Fountain Coke at McDonald's is the best Coke, right?
Yep.
It does seem that way. So.
All right. Okay, this is the picture that we were talking about earlier. I didn't know. I'm sure you might think there aren't Kmart's anymore, but apparently there are. And here's what got them in a sling. They put out this ham in a canvas bag, and ham muss tying into Christmas, but it looks like Hamas. Oops. Nobody saw this in the meeting when they were designing the bag. Nobody raised their hand. Hey, does anybody see Hamas?
Can I ask a question? Is this a Kmart inside a penitentiary or something?
I don't know. Yeah,
this
that is.
Does not look like a standard Kmart entry to me.
No,
it almost looks like it's a trailer that will be next to the Tribune Tower in Chicago soon.
Sorry, it's already taken by Crew Eyewear.
Yeah, exactly. And I was talking about the listener who went to a dollar store and look at all the $5 items. There are $3 and $5 items now. Not that I'd buy any of that, even if it was $1, but they're goosing it up, and the whole concept is blowing now.
Yeah.
Nice shelves, though. I like when you go to those places, all the shelves are always in disarray, it seems. Is anybody hired there?
Put that weird strip in front. Like, look we dolled it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's either stuff is akimbo, or there are boxes stacked everywhere.
That's what I was going to say. There's boxes in the aisles, like they haven't unpacked them.
Yeah.
Once again, found some boutique tissues though for $1.25, and if you get the extra soft, it's a hell of a deal.
Leslie, extra soft on that chart was position 1.
It's a marshmallow. Okay, it's marshmallow soft.
You know what I used to get, and I don't see it at my Dollar Tree anymore? 3-way light bulbs.
Oh no! Because incandescent bulbs.
I'm not going incandescent.
There are
that like the Eiffel
three-way
Tower?
bulbs. There are three-way bulbs in LED. I've seen them, but they
But that's
probably
the
cost
thing,
more
and
than
they
a
cost
couple bucks. Yeah.
$8 though. So
But I don't like that harsh light. Good lighting, good timing is everything, and it's real harsh.
well, no, incandescent is what you want, but you want the soft light of an incandescent bulb, but you can't buy incandescent bulbs. And now the LED alternates are, I think, around $7-8 a pop.
Right. That tone means we have to break for traffic, weather, news, and sports. Back in about 15 minutes. What else we got, Ryan?
Alan, let's stick it back up there. There it is.
There it is. This was sent to me by a listener, and you have one of these. Look at the old days of the Brannock being advertised. Three-way measuring device.
There's one right up there. Okay, I do need to light the back of me. I'm sorry.
We can't see all of your tchotchkes.
Oh, my tchotchke. It's there. It is. It's
You look
right
like
there on the wall next to the speed bump sign on top of the drunky monkey.
Yeah, it looks like you're lit for the Meet the Beatles album cover, where half your face is shaded.
I'm gonna have to do a David mirror.
Okay.
Wait,
Hey, peppermint bark is out, and this is the bark.
I think Leslie sent that picture.
The same bark from 5 years ago. That's probably a $50 tin there.
And I could not see a price tag on it, so
ask the cashier, because it's frightening what the price is.
Couldn't find a cashier either, so that was part of that.
Yeah, that too. Hey, do we
He was
have
over at the crew trailer buying some sunglasses.
Okay, what was that one, Ryan? That next.
That was one I found on Facebook.
What?
Terrible. It's terrible.
And Archie Bunker's grandson. What the hell's that got to do with anything?
I guess the hair is the same.
Okay. Hey, do we have the picture, Leslie, you sent me of the Santa Claus in a wheelchair, and you said now there's some controversy?
No, I
controversy.
didn't load that one up quick enough. No, I don't have that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's easy enough to find. There's some people who are all up in arms. Go to look up Black Santa wheelchair. It's a $2. It's on sale, Black Friday sale at Target.
It's a decoration.
It's a little ornament, $2.10, marked down from $3.99. But it is a POC, a person of color Santa in a wheelchair. And some people are going, okay, Target is way too woke. Other people are saying it's the perfect Santa for a certain person. Imagine if you have a kid in a wheelchair. Wouldn't they love to see Santa in a wheelchair? But of course, Garry thinks about it the way a lot of people. You are not alone in questioning, how does Santa get down the
chimney in a wheelchair?
There you go. They don't fit. But so
was it more the wheelchair or the fact that Santa was black?
That was black.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. White Christmas.
We only want Nordic Santas.
Right.
They have to be Germanic, and they have to, So,
oh God, we're doing.
I had a
this
Santa on a bicycle. I don't know if Santa ever rode a bicycle, but okay.
There it is.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
It's made of felt.
God. All right.
Oh well.
I want Santa.
Really angry mama's going. He looks good to me.
I want a Santa that
I want a sample of his peppermint bark.
Angry.
Hey.
I want a Santa that has that Michael Jackson skin thing where it's all different.
Vitiligo.
Oh, vitiligo.
Except
alopecia is good too.
Alopecia. But I have a they make a Ken doll with vitiligo.
Oh, good.
And alopecia.
Well, here's the thing. Once you open the floodgates, then we should feature everything that's out there, because there are people that suffer different things. They should be represented too.
Well, and thanks to like your bobblehead, they're learning how to personalize all of this stuff. So
hello, Mr. Letterman. Hello. Angry.
Santa bobblehead, so much to choose from. Golly, girl.
Fun with puppets. Okay, we are, wow. We're going to notify the affiliates. We're running late. Any more pictures? Or
No, that's good. I'm good.
So you had a good week. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Maybe I'll get a
right.
bowling ball and some bowling shoes.
Okay, because your family is bowling a lot and you're not.
That's right.
All right. All
And
right, Ryan,
the
thank
fear
you.
is that maybe they like it that way. So we'll have
I think they do.
Oops.
Yeah, all right.
Look, we
let's not
got
ruin
you
his birthday.
a cricket bat and a ball. You should join a cricket league. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're
There's some
covered with the
bocce
bowling
balls.
thing. Yeah, you should do your own thing, Ryan. We're over here at the bowling alley. You go do something else.
Oh well.
Okay, Leslie, you have some stories?
Well, at least let's talk about this one. I found out this week that Spotify tattoos are a thing. The tattoos, which resemble a barcode, can be scanned with the Spotify app, prompting the playing of a chosen song. Pretty cool until they say they stop working. A growing number of inked individuals are encountering a sad reality of these special tattoos. They can stop working at any time, often because your ink begins to fade or bleed, or worse still, when the person's skin begins to sag, making the code no longer readable. What no one seems to be considering, though, is what happens if Spotify shuts down. In that case, the tattoos will simply become a potentially saggy reminder of bygone days.
Saggy Reminder is a good clown name. So what you're saying is I could listen to Joe Rogan on my tattoo?
No, essentially, like you pick your theme song, and then somebody would, like, oh, look at Gary's got that tattoo. You hit it with the Spotify app and it's like Born to Run or.
Okay, great.
Yeah, all those people who tattooed their MySpace address on their arms.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was thinking. Or, imagine if you have Twitter. Now you've got to go and get a big giant X on top of it. See, because the interwebs is ever evolving and changing. So.
Temporary tattoos, as I've been saying. You want to just do the one story, save the others for Monday?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Let's
You
get
should
into
listen
the
on
giveaway.
Monday. We'll talk about the rest of it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Alan, are you ready?
No, give me a minute.
All right.
There's a code. They're bendable. There's
Hashtag
puke
snow
bag.
job.
Snow job.
Yeah.
Ball liquors. And you can order up these for, like, if you have a special corporate event, you can order up ball liquors. It's right there on the packaging. It says info@ballliquor.com. So info at
For your
ball
golf
liquor,
balls.
and you can get them personalized and everything.
Yeah. Got to have the clean balls. Here we go, Alan. You have music?
Oh, I think that's what the fairies at the Walnut Room.
That's what, okay. You want to say hello to anybody? Here we go. Somebody's going to get a nice Buddy Bear sweatshirt, and it's Anthony. All right, Anthony. Alan, tell Anthony what to do.
Anthony, please send your mailing address to, I didn't turn that off. Please send your mailing address to Leslie, courtesy or care of the Garry Meier Show email address, which I'm trying to find to put on the screen. It's GarryMeierShow@GarryMeier.com, or text it to 773-888-2157. Regular charges may apply.
All right. Congratulations. And if you haven't signed up for the premium shows, please do. That's what keeps this going at GarryMeier.com. Have
And
a great
subscribe
weekend.
to the GarrForce Live on YouTube.
Tell your friends, tell your family.
Like and subscribe. YouTube. Yes. All right. Thank you for viewing. Have a great weekend. Back on Monday. And it's time for the complimentary cannoli coming down the aisle. Please take it. Here it is. It's beautiful. Wow. That's rich. It's high line. And what about the schnauzer, Leslie?
Why don't you put your schnauzer on a toilet and then contort it a little bit and see how it feels. And you might look like the girl in the picture that we showed earlier.
See if it works. Got nothing to lose. 3 in the green. Gear is down. Flaps are down. The voice of the globe. The GarrForce has landed.
And that's it for all the news and nonsense here at the GarrForce.
If you like that, I got other stuff I think you're going to like. This is the GarrForce.
Thanks for streaming. Like, subscribe, and be kind. But no need to rewind. It sure would be terrific if you subscribe to the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
More eyeballs.
If you're watching this show recorded, that button is right here. And if you'd like to look at past episodes, try that button.
Boom. Shakalaka.
That's it.
Oh, I guess I'm alone again. All right, how do you shut this thing off?